welcome to another episode of the Hotkeys podcast, where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. I'm your host, Mick, and today I'm joined by
Landon Browning,
Wil Dobratz,
and David Parker.
Welcome to the show, guys. It's February 5th.
Out of January.
We are in the month
year.
of the shortest month of the year.
Oh boy,
Colby's working or something, right? Allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah, Colby's not here.
he's literally working.
After being injured, he is working.
Oh, let's not talk. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
Oh.
What?
Huh?
He probably shouldn't be working.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
As I said, probably shouldn't talk about it.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
yeah. Like,
So should we restart?
no,
Oh.
I'm just joking. I was mostly just joking.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, now I feel bad.
No, don't.
Colby broke his
Oh.
other leg.
Yeah, and he's still out working though. Climbing ladders is tough.
Oh.
Hobbling from
oh.
one grocery store to another.
Yeah.
Michael, why are you owing
Oh.
so much?
No, he
What?
actually had a mental health breakdown. It's actually really sad.
is that
I feel like that's been
constant for Colby?
yeah, it's like
It's
every
like Colby's
day.
existence.
He wakes up and goes, "Oh, it's too hard."
It's relatable, though.
Yeah.
That is true.
It is too hard to do things.
Nope. It's too easy.
It's too easy.
It's way too easy.
Yeah.
So, Sony bought Halo.
I can't believe
Sony bought
Halo
Bungie.
5's only going to be on PlayStation.
Halo. Yeah. I mean, doesn't that
How
mean
much was
that we
it? 600 billion?
What?
Yes. 600
No, but-
billion.
What was the?
I can't wait for the Destiny live action movie with Tom Holland.
So Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard for like 63 point something billion.
Yeah, we talked about that
68.7.
on the Mick and Colby Day episode where you guys were skiing.
Oh.
That is true.
And then we were speculating
I
what's
haven't-
going to happen
I haven't
next.
listened to that one yet because someone hasn't put it out yet.
That one's up. That one's out.
Oh, I haven't listened to it because I'm behind. Sorry, Dave. Get exposed. Cut that.
Okay.
That's it.
I only cut things that make me look bad. I don't cut things that make other people look bad.
That's true. Because like, if you cut the stuff that made me look bad, you'd probably be like cutting almost everything I say.
The podcast will be 15 minutes
we
long.
leave you in, Mick, so that so our show seems edgier than it really is.
Oh, okay. You're welcome, everybody. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Does that actually mean that we'll get to play some type of Halo on
No.
PlayStation?
No,
Because
No.
Microsoft owns Halo.
owns the IP. They own the IP.
They're just the developers behind it. It looks like Destiny will have more stuff on PlayStation, so that's exciting.
If they
Yeah,
can
but
make
also-
Destiny fun, then that would be
Yeah.
great. But
Destiny sucks. It's
What
so
else?
boring.
the same loop over and over,
And people
and
are like,
over
"Oh, the
again.
lore is so interesting." I never like played a game that like I was more bored by the world. Like or like what was
That is
going on.
true.
Like, this
Destiny
thing's-
was
very
is
true.
like milquetoast
terrible.
bland.
Yeah.
It was
I feel
really
like it has the
rough.
it really
I
has
thought.
the potential to be something like special.
Yes,
but-
It has the potential to be whole milk with a cinnamon roll, but right now it's a piece of toast with fat-free milk. Absolutely.
Or
Perfect.
almond milk.
perfect
Dude, almond
analogy.
milk's worse.
Will perfect analogy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We need
Well,
to
they
work
don't even-
milk into more analogies, guys.
Gosh,
They,
I love milk.
They did announce. Sony announced it's not going to be like a first-party studio. Like Bungie is not like a first-party. Like it's like a separate. Like it's under a separate.
So it's
umbrella.
not
Like,
under PlayStation Studios?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
It's still going to operate basically independently.
They
and
just
their products
own
are
them?
still gonna- yeah, and their products are going to be like they're not going to be working like making like exclusive games. Like so, like you.
That makes
So it'll
sense,
still be Xbox.
Because Bungie's
Yeah.
probably still making bank off of Destiny and even
Yeah.
probably
And
Overwatch,
Xbox,
right?
yeah.
Or which one?
Overwatch.
They
That's
don't-
Bungie
Activision
doesn't
Blizzard.
do. That's
That's
Blizzard.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bungie literally just has
They
Destiny.
just have Destiny.
Cut that.
Yeah, Bungie.
Do they only do Halo
Yeah,
and,
that's it right now. Is just
and
Destiny. So
Destiny?
Yeah, but they don't do Halo.
Yeah,
they don't
they don't
do
do
Halo.
it.
I mean, they used to.
Yeah, they used to.
Yeah.
But like the only IP they have is
is Destiny.
Destiny.
Which
So
makes
it's, like,
me
it's such a
wonder.
massive overvalue. I think they paid way too much.
That's what I was going to
think
ask
so?
you guys if you thought, because it was like something like 3.6 billion or something, right? Something along that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which for Bungie, which I thought, I mean, was first of all, I mean, if I don't know how long they were in the talk, how long Sony was in talks of getting Bungie, but like if there was a studio that I'm like, oh yeah, I want Sony to buy a studio, which I really don't. Bungie was nowhere on the list.
Yeah.
Of
Well, like they bought
studios.
Insomniac. They
It's
bought
like-
Insomniac for I think less than $1 billion, and that, like in my opinion, that studio's way better than Bungie.
You know the SpongeBob meme where like
I'm gonna have to stop you there.
What's-
the
what's
Fish
Spon-
King, the
what's
Fish King
SpongeBob?
has all the burgers, and like SpongeBob has this one tiny little burger.
I don't know.
I
this
know.
game.
I don't know that.
Oh,
one.
never mind.
What is
then. I was gonna
SpongeBob?
say that's like Microsoft's acquisition and like Sony's acquisition.
Colby could tell you if he was here.
I
He's
know.
like
I
the
wish
resident,
Colby was here.
Like, I love
expert.
SpongeBob.
Will's like,
You should
cut
watch
that.
it.
No.
So, do you think like Sony is going to put some of their existing IPs, like hand them over to Bungie to make new games, or do you think they're going to try to get Bungie to come up with new IP to release new games,
don't
or
know.
was this primarily just for
Destiny 3.
Destiny.
Let's go. Destiny 3.
I guess
$60 at release.
Destiny. Yeah, and it's probably like a quarter of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, if we compare other Sony, like I guess exclusive or first party or studio games used as like a benchmark, and if they try to uphold that benchmark to Bungie games, I think we could get some really cool shooters from the studio or other type of genres if they do that. But I mean, of course, that's what they're known for. So,
Yeah.
or if it like somehow elevates Destiny to be a worthwhile, fun franchise, then I think that would be cool too. Because like Michael was saying, I think
I have no
Destiny,
interest in Destiny.
I think
at all.
Destiny had good potential, and it was a game that I was looking forward to when they first announced it and released it. But it really kind of, I just thought it was not very fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we played the beta together like 8 years ago or however long
Yeah.
it was, Dave. Isn't that crazy?
It's kind of it was a game I wanted to like. I did
Yeah,
want to like
same.
that game. I tried to like Destiny.
Yeah. Like I think also like if they tried to put out something new, I think Bungie's actually facing like a little bit of a crisis with how they go forward. If they
No.
change
Bungie
gears.
didn't make Crisis. Will, that was
Oh my gosh.
That was Crytek, I think. Right? Or like,
Oh my gosh.
that was
there a
a
new
joke
Crisis
at Michael's
coming out?
expense,
there is,
not
yeah,
at yours, Will.
Yeah, they are making another. I think another Crisis game is in development.
None of us will be able to play it though because of the chip shortage and no current GPUs exist to
Yeah.
support
to run.
Crisis. So you know,
But
I've heard that Crytek, like their main source of money is they make like stuff for like government things. Like they make like testing simulations.
I
of
would
games
believe-
for, like, soldiers
I
and
believe
stuff.
I would
that.
believe it.
Yeah.
Anyways, two things. One, I think if it's kind of interesting because I don't really see a route that pans out well for Bungie unless they do more Destiny. Maybe even that's not because their fan base is so like savagely addicted to the grind.
Yeah.
Like I've talked to some Destiny fans.
They're nuts, man.
They're nuts. They're addicted to that loot, like that random.
They like being disappointed.
1.5%, if that, like 0.025% drop.
I get that feeling.
That's that we're addicted to.
I get that feeling, but like from fun games. Destiny, I just like WoW
It
sometimes
sucks.
has
It
that kind of
sucks.
loop with
No,
loot
WoW
and stuff.
sucks, too.
But like the loop of WoW, I think is
the-
way more fun with dungeons and
but-
raids.
The
and stuff.
Hotkeys podcast does not support Blizzard.
Yes, we
No,
don't.
no.
support
They
the
are separate,
actions,
and they are now with Papa Microsoft. So,
Okay, yeah. So, all
so we
sins are
can't bad
forgiven.
talk them because
Like,
Microsoft can take us off the internet, unlike
yeah.
Activision by itself.
So, like, even if because when I think PlayStation, I think single player games.
I do too.
Yeah.
And PlayStation's acquisition of Bungie really puts it in an interesting spot. It's like, is Destiny going to gear more towards a single player game, or is it going to be more of the same? And I think whatever they do, it's going to alienate somebody. If they gear more towards single player, they're going to lose their Ravage fan base. If they stay what they are, they've admitted that they're struggling in some areas as a company. That's why they got bought out.
Yeah, I would bet that they're gonna make a.
But
I bet
Overwatch makes them so much money. Will.
my bet would be they
But
maybe make
Heroes of
Destiny
the
3, but they
Storm.
also. I bet they make like some more competitive, like a competitive first-person shooter. Like that's not Destiny IP because
Mhm.
that's like what Sony does lack. Like they have great single-player games.
Well, especially with
Have a
the potential of them losing Call of Duty maybe in the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
And-
all existing agreements, but there's only been an existing agreement for the next couple of years.
Yep, yeah. Probably through the cycle of like the 3 studios that make the shooters, because they got those 3 teams that change off every year. But like they have a racing studio, Polyphony or whatever, that makes Gran Turismo. They have a bunch of teams that make single player, like Naughty Dog.
Yeah, they have lots of like
Santa
action
Monica.
studios.
Yep.
Platforming studios.
Yep, but they don't have a team
RPG studios
that makes. They don't have a team that makes like shooters. So I mean, Guerrilla used to make Killzone, but I think Killzone's basically.
And Insomniac did do Resistance. They did 3 Resistance games. But
they keep. I've heard they keep teasing Resistance stuff. Like they've been teasing Resistance stuff for like a year. Like they'll just like share screenshots from games, be like, "Oh wow, it's been a year." Like, so this.
Did you guys ever play Resistance?
I never did. I heard they were good though.
I played a little bit of them.
I never got into them.
Yeah,
because it was like, oh, Call of Duty. I guess we'll play that.
Those are supposed to be like good single player shooters, though. I think. Like,
yeah, that's what I've heard.
Which I like a good.
What if Bungie makes a game called Balo? And it's just like
horses.
It's just like a space game,
but your horses fail. Fails a face.
No, we got it. Will.
No, Will. That's stupid. Will.
You need to stop.
So wait, instead of a giant ring around the planet, it's like the underside of a horse. So like you see like the front legs and the back legs. And yes, the belly, Will, the horse belly.
Like the cannon.
It's a stallion.
Well, I mean, early Halo games, 1, 2, and 3 at least, were known for not only great multiplayer but also great single player. We know that there is potential with Bungie to do great in both of those aspects.
Also,
but
how many people still work at Bungie that worked there when they made like Halo 3?
Exactly. This is the problem with DICE.
Some of them, maybe.
The company behind Battlefield. DICE is completely different than it was like a couple of years ago. Even a couple of years ago, nonetheless 10 years ago. And so the same people that made Battlefield 3 aren't actually the same people that made Battlefield 2042.
Yeah.
And everybody expected.
They got the team back
pretty obvious.
They got the team back from Battlefield 4 that launched a broken game.
Yeah. Well, even Battlefield 4, I don't think the same team made Battlefield 24. I don't think Battlefield 5
Yeah. I just don't know why people
Battlefield 1.
DICE.
Yeah. Oh. Because I like that one. That one was good.
Yeah,
but I'm just asking, like which team do you think worked on it? Like which group of people?
Probably the older one, because you see a decline in quality over time from Battlefield to Battlefield.
That doesn't necessarily mean
general,
different people, though.
I mean, fair enough, but what I'm saying is that
they're always broken, right? It's just a broken.
Right, they are always broken, but 2042 is a new precedent of broken.
Nice.
Like they even delayed season 1, their official launch of season 1 to summer.
I think they know it's going to be broken.
Oh, they know it's going to be broken, and they're playing catch up. They're trying to fix all these bugs that
after they get their money.
Exactly.
It's like Dying Light 2 came out, and I've heard it's really good, but I've heard like the amount of bugs
is ridiculous.
I'm like, well, why didn't you just push it like another month? Like,
it's like I have some sympathy because like the pandemic is still going on and some companies are still having some issues with collaborating, but at the same time it's like just push the game. I have a backlog of 50 games because Resident Evil Bajillion goes on sale for $4 every other week, and I'm a sucker. I buy it. So I have like a bunch of games I need to play, and so just delay the games. It's not a big deal. I'll buy your old games.
Yeah,
that's simple.
But they have investing. They're what's the people they have to please?
The investors.
Yeah,
the board of directors.
The board of directors has to get their money.
So why are the board? Why are they always pleased with a broken game?
Well, they just want money. They
have profits.
They just like
because they don't care about us having fun. They just want more green.
They want the money.
But doesn't that come from a game that's not broken?
Well, no. Battlefield 2042 still sold like a crap ton.
Oh, so they didn't get anything, like nothing.
Actually, EA said that Battlefield 2042 was a sales disappointment.
Well, I mean, they're probably expecting more, but
I put butter on it.
What?
Well, they were expecting more, but like the reason I didn't buy it is because I heard it was terrible. I heard it was buggy. So I think you have a point, Michael, where it's like, yeah, the quality makes the makes a game sell better or worse, but at the same time, people want to get that out because I don't think companies have learned yet, or maybe not companies, but the people that want management hasn't learned yet that in today's world that a buggy game is not going to sell well over time.
To me, it just baffles me, and I guess it just shows how different like the movie and the TV industry is from video games. Because I mean, I don't ever remember seeing a big blockbuster movie come out with like obvious missing, frames or like dropped
like the wrong shot used.
Right, the wrong shot, or like there's clearly
rarely.
like a green screen of it. Like,
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, I know there's probably a million reasons why it's different, but like why is that allowed to be like put out?
I think the easiest answer is because in like a movie or something, the finished product is much shorter than a finished product of a video game. And because a video game is constantly rendering what you're seeing as opposed to a movie. A movie, you can't really have bugs in it the same way that a video game can. And we do have like certain weird technical issues, and movies have like issues with like continuity and things like that, or stuff that people point out. So there sometimes is stuff like that. It's just kind of in a different vein, I would say, than issues that games have. Because games are way more complicated when it comes to like what the finished product is like versus what a film's finished product is.
So,
all right, Dave, I'll accept that.
And imagine a world where people are constantly watching a movie.
A world.
Right? So they're
when they're constantly watching movies.
Well, the difference is people go to
Sounds
see
like
movies.
our lives,
difference
right?
is people go and see movies.
people go and see movies for an hour and a half, for 2 hours, and then they never watch it again, but they get their
Not
money's
Nick.
worth. And the company gets
Never watch it again.
Will's so sad because
I'm gonna
he's
stop
he's
talking.
literally sitting in the Colby seat this week.
I need to change it to Landon's seat.
No, I like you close.
Oh, thanks.
You smell nicer than Colby.
Wait, really?
No.
Man, you really are in the Colby seat.
But
Will and Mick Day.
yeah, let's go. But what was I saying?
I don't know.
Thanks.
Something about movies.
Right. So movies you watch
One
once
man.
for an hour and a half. I'm going to continue talking through an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then done. And then the studio gets its money worth, and the consumer gets what they paid for. But for games like Battlefield 2042, they want to keep you playing for a long time. They want to keep you buying their battle passes or whatever. They want to keep you buying their cosmetics.
I refuse.
Yeah, the
But the point
NFT
is that
the NFT guns that are coming out
yes,
very
please.
soon.
in a world where you can release updates, I think you can't easily update a film. When somebody sees a film,
Unless you're
they're
cats.
done with it. Unless you're cats, yeah. Release the butthole cut.
Show me your butthole.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I get that. There's like a lot of. To me, I'm just looking at it from like a dumb consumer point of view, where I'm just like, why is this?
Why
broken?
games have bugs? Movies don't.
I'm paying for this. Why is it broken?
Well, there's a certain amount of validity to that. I
Thank
think
you, Will.
a lot of it actually, because a game shouldn't really be broken. So
Well, that's the thing. Like, games didn't used to be broken. I know they've gotten bigger. Like, online games always have servers and stuff. But like back in the day, like when you released a game, like before like the PS3 era, like that was the game. Like,
yeah.
even if they had like an online component, like they didn't patch games.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Whatever. It's not like certain single player games. Like Dying Light 2 has a co-op component, but like the game should function. Like the game should function in a state that like if there wasn't internet, you should be able to play the game from start to finish without game breaking bugs.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, to me, like I remember like buggy stuff happening on like our old PC, but that was like the PC's fault. It wasn't the game's fault. It's the fault of the hardware.
Well, sometimes
or
it was the
limitation
software's
of the hardware
fault.
Well,
No.
PC's a lot
Never.
trickier too. PC's really tricky because of how many variables.
Because the hardware is always different, where with a
Hardware's
console
always
it's
different.
always the same.
or like
Yes, for the most
old N64 stuff. Like it was always like the hardware that like crapped out, or you had to like blowing the cartridge to make the game work.
Or if there was just a random glitch, sometimes there's just like one, like sometimes you'd find like a weird thing.
Yeah, like Mario Kart 64, you can jump over this like rail or something like that, and you can land on a different part of the map, and it won't punish you, or something like that.
Yeah,
there's always those kind of things.
Or if you try hard enough in Wind Waker, you can have fun playing the game.
Oh, what?
Damn.
Oh,
wow.
Will's like, I thought you liked Wind Waker.
I did. I was trying to choose a game I knew that.
Wind Waker is like my childhood.
Will looked shook.
Yeah.
I was destroyed for a second.
Next, say it about Super Monkey Ball.
No, stop. No.
See, that's kind of like
words have power. Stop.
The double-edged sword of being in an age where video games have access to the internet is we have the possibility to have patches that fix things, but also it is sometimes used as an excuse by companies to release something that isn't quite working or ready or
Nintendo does this way better than any other company, and Landon's going to be like, "Oh, Nintendo sucks," but it's okay.
There is something to be said for releasing a product that is very functional at the time of purchase without having
Days
to
Gone.
download.
Great game, right out of the box.
Dude, it was broken.
I know
right
it was.
out of the box, dude.
A Bungie exclusive.
Speaking of Bungie exclusives, they announced that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming.
Boo.
So
Boo.
I really thought that was going to hit.
No, I'm still mad at Rockstar.
Oh yeah,
for taking their
I can't be mad at Rockstar. They're such a good company.
Didn't someone say that they're working on GTA 6?
Yeah, that was actually. I wasn't joking about the fact that they're announced. The Rockstar came out with a Twitter announcement a couple days ago and was like, "Hey, we have they said, quote, a new installment of the GTA franchise is well underway," end quote.
What does that mean?
So we'll see it in 5 years.
Does that mean like
GTA 5 remake?
It's gonna be
it's a remake.
It's gonna be on PlayStation 7.
And then they apply like some sort of like algorithmic like
so
shader or something like that. It looks way worse.
The Trevor dialogue would be really interesting if they like just take all of his existing dialogue, put it through a computer, and then have like an algorithm decide what he would say.
It's like the TikTok robot voice.
No.
Trevor
all
could
I'm
be
asking
crazy.
From Rockstar is just please update the controls for the GTA stuff. I'm so like it's
getting better.
They're listening to you and they're ignoring you, Mick.
At least they're listening.
You don't like sloppily mashing X. Like
not sloppily,
and then your character like runs really weird. And
I mean, am I the only one that feels that?
No, I'm totally with you. I don't like the controls of any Rockstar game.
Like every Rockstar game.
No, they're typically like kind of sluggish.
They're serviceable.
It doesn't feel quite right. I mean, you play like a third player game, like a Horizon,
like Uncharted,
Horizon. And then you switch to GTA
and it's like, to turn around, my character has to like
glitch around and like go in a way that I'm not actually like. Yeah. I don't understand. Like, please,
like moving and like
Rockstar
moving in tight spaces where you have to do micro movements in Grand Theft Auto is impossible. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
Please. He's begging for his life.
I'm honestly going to be like really pissed off. It's like. Controls.
Do you guys have a favorite game for like how the character feels when you control it?
You mentioned Horizon.
Guess would be,
Horizon feels good. Yeah, but Uncharted feels good.
I think my favorite is
Lego games,
Ratchet and Clank games. The feel of moving Ratchet around, I think is unmatched to like, I guess responsiveness to like how I want the say L.A. Noire.
I just realized that too. Oh my gosh, dang it.
Honestly, I think the first Ratchet game had the best feel. Okay.
I've liked what?
So Bungie announced a Ratchet and Clank game.
Dang it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope that they.
Are we talking just third person games for movement?
Yeah, I mean that's more closely related to the GTA stuff.
I feel like it's harder to mess up first person, but maybe
Dying
I'm
Light.
wrong.
I will say the first Dying Light game in first person is some of the best like movement. Like it feels better than like even a lot of third person games.
Better
Like,
than
the parkour-
Fallout 3.
Stop, no, please.
Better than
Oh, God.
Skyrim.
Oh no! Like the parkour, like I don't think you guys have ever played Dying Light, but like the parkour in that game feels really good. Like being first person, it feels really really fun.
I have to try it because every time I look at that or I look at the old parkour game on Xbox, what was it called?
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge. To me, it just like I don't know. It seems more suited to like a third person.
But
Like you want to
when
see
you play
like,
it feels
yeah, and that's the thing. I'll have to try it to like really get. My
I like the
opinion.
first person feel of a lot of the Arcane games, the Dishonored games, Prey, and Deathloop too. Like I feel like that's a really good feel for first person stuff. But I did kind of mean more third person, I guess. For
then
for
probably
controls.
Horizon. Horizon or like Ghost of Tsushima.
My choice is Super Mario
Ghost.
Sunshine.
Ghost felt really good.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Astrobot actually felt really good. Too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Astrobot
That is
actually
true.
might take it.
Imagine what they could do with like the more like updated PS5 controller
That's what I was saying. That's what I was just thinking. It's like
with the adaptive triggers and all.
what-
You could
like,
really
what
feel
game-
Trevor curb
You
stomp.
still have to mash X.
what game besides Astrobot and Ratchet and Clank do a good job of utilizing the controller?
Returnal.
the racing games.
Returnal, I'll
The
take
newer
Returnal.
Racing games.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. That
Well,
Dirt
Gran Turismo
5.
hasn't released yet.
Oh, have you played Dirt 5 yet?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
I think it's fun.
I
don't know
installed
if
it. We need to play it because Mick and I installed it to
Yeah.
play, but I haven't started it up
I'll
yet.
download it.
as a
I'll
racing game,
download
I think we would like it.
Do you want to play it tonight?
Okay.
Cool.
I'd play tonight.
I played it.
I'd
I'll
have to download it.
before
All right.
we're gonna go to dinner, but I'll download it before I head out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'd vroom around with the boys.
Because
play
Breeze
it?
is
it's
on
just
nights,
cool.
so
It's just really cool feeling.
Oh yeah.
No, stop.
Um,
I think that's the first time you've done something like that on the podcast.
I don't think so.
And it's like screaming, "Oh yeah!"
here we all have to do it now, so Lando doesn't feel so uncomfortable.
I don't feel.
All right, you first.
Yeah, go, Mick.
So, but it's really cool
Oh,
in Dirt
yeah.
5 to like feel the oh yes, feel the adaptive triggers with the gas pedal and the brake. Yeah, so that
Okay, yeah, I'm excited to try out.
vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom.
Oh yes,
Oh yeah.
I liked the feeling of the adaptive triggers in the PS5 version of God of War.
Oh yeah, God of War. I need to play that classic game.
Gosh dang it.
did you ever go back to it?
No, I've gone back to like 3 times, but not on the PS5.
I do not understand how
Okay.
Landon could not get into that game. That game was
Yes,
amazing.
thank you.
That game
is
amazing.
Landon's like, "Oh, Kratos is a bad character." I'm like, "You didn't even finish the game." Like, I
was like 4 hours.
Freaking game.
The controls in that game also felt really good. Moving Kratos, and the combat.
I gotta finish Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my gosh. That's all I can say is, "Oh my gosh."
I've played like 20 minutes last week.
Dude,
Spider-Man PS4.
Why are you playing less games, Landon?
oh yeah,
I don't know, man. I've been busy.
Okay.
busy.
Yeah.
All right,
Busy
Colby.
building
All right, Colby.
the Lego Empire State Building.
I feel like it would have gone faster with 2 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an enjoyable thing to do with 2 people.
How many construction
So,
workers perished in the in the making of that?
Thousands. But we had a deadline. I told the mayor the building would be open in March.
This is your first Lego set you've got in a long time, right?
Yeah, like 10 years.
Yeah, February 5th.
Did you
Good job.
did you never get Mando's ship, or is that just Mick?
Mick got it, I think.
Okay, because I know that you had talked
Mine
about
blew up.
wanting to get it. So, rip.
That's what a stupid laugh.
Wow, that's scary. I looked directly in your eyes when you did that.
Have you guys been watching? Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Book of the Boba Fett. Yeah, I've seen one episode.
Speaking of
Shut up, Will.
Mandalorians and
I've seen 6.
Sorry. So 2 things. Like, I've been watching Peacemaker, and so Peacemaker has been stopping my journey through Book of Boba Fett, and
is that
and
good?
it's also been stopping my journey through The Wire. So
You never started The Wire.
I'm halfway through season 1.
Wait,
so
are you?
Suck it. Yep. Anyway.
Oh,
next
burn.
Next
Dude, how do you,
question.
do you like it?
How
Do you
did
like it?
you
Do like it?
stop
Nope.
watching The Wire? Like,
How?
So Michael.
Yes.
No,
What's
no. How do you like The Wire?
So Michael,
Yes,
gosh,
how's Book of Boba Fett?
I didn't like The Wire either. I've really been enjoying.
You watched
Book of
one
Boba Fett.
episode.
That's all I need, baby.
I will say one thing before we move on to Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett.
I love The Wire so far.
Okay.
I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah.
That's number 2.
Anyway, Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett.
Who's your favorite character, Will?
McNulty?
Boba
McNutty?
No, my
Omar?
favorite character
Omar?
is
Is
just
Omar
met
in
Omar.
yet at episode 5?
Yeah,
I just met Omar.
I love Omar.
So I think I might be on episode 6 now. I just met Omar, so but I really like McNulty.
Yeah, McNulty.
I mean, McNulty's a good character, but I also really like the I can't remember his name because he just started being more relevant. The guy who just works on his
Lester?
Yeah.
Lester is my
came from the pawn
favorite
shop.
character in the whole series.
Yes. So anyway,
I like
Book of Boba
the
Fett.
chief of homicide. Just kidding.
Gosh dang it.
The Major.
Yeah.
So how's Book of Boba Fett, Michael?
I've been really enjoying it.
As somebody who hasn't watched the last half of the Clone Wars, hasn't watched the Bad Batch, and hasn't seen the next 5 episodes.
Did you watch Rebels?
No.
Okay.
Am I going to like it? Or am I going to be confused?
You'll like it if you had seen those shows. There's a lot, especially in these last 2 episodes, that like is just like.
I feel like though, there's, at least from what I've seen, it's nothing that like one search on Wikipedia doesn't like go like, oh, cool.
Wikipedia or Wookieepedia?
Wikipedia.
Haven't
Star
seen
Wars.
the last-
Gotcha.
I mean,
Maybe I'll just do
there's
that
certain
with the
things
Wire.
I'm
I'll just look up stuff on the Wire.
The Wirepedia.
Wirepedia.
well, like
That's all I need to
I had to
know.
I had to look up stuff about Pike because there are these aliens called the Pikes, and then they have like a syndicate or something. So I had to look up stuff like that. But I was like, oh, okay, like I understand.
Well, that's the
a
thing.
little bit.
I just assumed it was a new thing. I never looked that up.
I mean, like, if you don't know much about it, like, you can still enjoy the show. I've enjoyed the show, and I've seen probably less than Will has of all that extended Star Wars stuff. I've seen a first season of Clone Wars, and that's about it. I haven't seen Bad Batch or anything else, any of that other stuff.
I watched the Clone Wars movie.
I've
Probably
seen that.
The worst 90 minutes of my entire life.
It's pretty bad.
Did
I
Dave Filoni write
wanted
that
to
too?
gouge my eyes.
He directed it, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he will. Yeah, I think he directed it.
Who?
Wow.
Dave Filoni?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about comeback player of the year. Like,
Well,
that was terrible. That was like
It probably
didn't
wasn't
really-
like his fault. It was used
and
as a
wasn't-
vehicle to start.
It
the
honestly
series.
wasn't like designed as a feature film. It was basically like 3 episodes of the Clone Wars. So that's
okay.
part of its problem. It doesn't really feel like a
Also,
movie.
I watched it like a year or so ago. I do think it's not a great movie, but I don't think it's as horrible as I remember it when I first saw it when I was younger. Especially if you don't think of it as like this amazing theatric Star Wars movie. If you kind of think of it like 3 episodes of a cartoon show put together into one, you know, it's serviceable. It introduces Ahsoka and, you know, all, like kind of what the series is going to be like. But, you know, it's not a great movie, but I don't think it's as bad as I remember it being when I first saw it. As a
I'd say
younger
it's
person.
From what I remember, it's on par with season 1 of the Clone Wars for quality.
Ooh.
I'd say it's about there. Maybe a little less,
mean,
but
in any show, especially Clone Wars, there are some episodes where it's like, this is clearly filler. It's kind of too childish for me. I'm not really interested in it that much. Overall, though, I would say the Clone Wars it's a good series. It adds, I think what it does best is it adds that missing bonding and chemistry between Obi-Wan and Anakin that you don't get in the like episode 3 or episode 2. That you see a lot of like the natural things that they go through that adds to their brotherhood.
From what I've seen of Clone Wars, it does make you like both of those characters a lot.
Yeah.
I would say.
And that I don't think you can do by just looking up stuff on Wikipedia. But anyway, Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. My main issue with the Boba Fett character over the years has been I just don't think he's that interesting. Yes, he looked cool. He had cool armor. But to me, he didn't really do anything cool in the universe to, I think, deserve the praise that he gets from
I
everybody.
know, he did some cool stuff in episode 2.
Dad, Tommy's here.
One unaltered clone.
Get him.
Get him, Dad.
Get him, Dad.
But so far the Boba Fett series to me has done what I've wanted it to do. It's given him more of his own personality, given him his own choices, made him more of a three-dimensional character. That I get that, like, that's what people kind of liked about Boba Fett, is that he was this mysterious guy that you didn't really know much about. But to me, that only goes so far. Like, I feel like at some point you do need to give a character more substance. And to me,
they did, like, 40 years later, right?
Yeah. To me, this series has done that. It's not a perfect show. I mean, it's not over, but I've had some complaints about it. But I think overall it's been really good. The last 2 episodes have been some of, like, the best Star Wars stuff that
cool.
I've seen.
I've seen through 4 episodes. So you're talking about episode 5 and 6?
Episode 5 and 6 have been like the most Star Wars stuff. Like, especially if you've been a fan, again, of the Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, some of the Legends stuff. But it's like,
I think they made some movies too.
What? Huh?
I was laughing at Dave's.
I think they made some movies, as in they made episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, we don't talk about some of those.
No, we don't, because The Last Jedi sucks, and it all comes back to The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
and episode 5, am I right?
Yeah, dude, preach,
dude. The worst one.
My favorite ones are episodes 2, 9,
and that's it.
Yeah.
And 8.
Yeah, for me it goes 2, 9, 8, 7. 1.
You know, there's some insane person that, like, that is their order. That's their true order.
Yeah.
The first order?
You should see when Twitter tries to rank anything in general. I was scrolling through, like, Call of Duty Zombies maps rankings, and it's like they have
nerd.
They have the worst ones at the top. I'm like, how are you even alive?
They were born. Well,
they were born?
They were born.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Bye, Dave.
Anyway, so would you rather watch episode 2 or 9?
I'd rather shoot
2.
No, I'm just kidding.
I would agree with 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll never watch
the
episode 9
prequels.
again.
They have their flaws.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I hate episode 8 and 9.
Oh yeah.
I think that they are terrible movies. I think that they
yeah.
crap all over everything that Star Wars has done before. My complaints with the prequels are mainly with, like, corny dialogue and, like, cheesy stuff here and there.
Yeah.
The stories.
The stories are so rich. They add to what George Lucas had, like, always envisioned.
It's all part of my original vision.
It's poetry. It rhymes. They feel like they complement each other. They're in the same movie universe. The last 2 episodes, 8 and 9, to me, just
they're vomit.
Yeah,
they're vomit.
I think they're terrible. They're terrible.
But
I think that the prequels are underappreciated.
Is Mick a prequel memer?
Yeah.
Dude, I love prequel memes.
That's so funny.
Oh, they're so funny.
It does give you a certain, like, different sort of appreciation for those movies, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
I still think there's like significant issues with the movies, but they are fun. I think they're fun movies to watch, and I don't think the same holds up for especially 8 and 9.
Even I agree with Michael in that, like, sure, the micro moments of 1, 2, and 3 aren't great. The dialogue, the scene to scene,
the writing's mostly just for me.
Yeah. But the macro story is, in my opinion, really good.
Yeah.
And there's some, like,
it's the opposite in
absolutely
7, 8, 9.
amazing characters that came out of those 3 movies, and it spawned all of this Clone Wars stuff that we've been talking about. I don't see. I mean, I still love Episode 7. I think it was a great start for the newer trilogy, but I don't see, like, good things really coming out of it. To me, the newer stuff that we've seen in Mando and Book of Boba Fett seem to be more akin towards
the
prequels and the original trilogy.
Well,
also,
here's
the
thing.
amount of love, like I feel like a lot of the actors from that original series, like they're getting McGregor back. They're getting Hayden
Christensen.
I don't think anybody involved with that new trilogy has any interest in working with Disney or Star Wars.
I don't think so.
They seem
No.
like they did not like the project. Like none of them want to do anything more.
They're gonna go cry in the corner with the Game of Thrones cast.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage has been going crazy. He's been like coming out with some like crazy stuff. He's probably trying to promote.
They must have some dirt on they must have some dirt on Mr. Dinklage.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Will?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, think of this is just adding to the fact, like, what's a more interesting storyline? 7, 8, 9, where there's a resistance to a First Order that's already established, that's already there, and it's just the two duking it out for 3 movies.
Count Dooku.
Gosh. I mean,
Or
the answer is definitely 1 through 3.
Well, 1 through and 3 is actually a political thriller.
Yes.
And that's why I'm excited for the new series. What's it called? The Acolyte?
It's Anakin's tragedy.
Yeah. It's going to be a political thriller for Star Wars. And I feel like when you have a formula of action and political thriller, when you integrate them, it can work out really well. And I'm really excited to see what Star Wars can do with Star Wars Acolyte or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem, back to Boba Fett, I'm liking it. I kind of have a problem that, like, I don't feel like his character's very cool. Like, I don't like episode 5, like when he's just like there, like he's so menacing because he doesn't do that much, but like, you know, that like Vader respects him, like he makes sure to tell him like no disintegrations, like, and he clearly like respects Boba Fett, like, but like in this new show, like, I just don't find him cool. I don't find him aesthetically cool. Like, either like, you know, like Boba Fett, like just with the armor on, like the like never taking the helmet off, like he looks cool. Like in this show, like he's just some old dude. Like,
I don't know. I think that's kind of the appeal of part of it, is that he's kind of a different character now too, and that's kind of what the show is talking about, is that he's like done with that whole like bounty hunter thing. And I really actually, I don't know what you guys think, but the whole like Tusken stuff, like his like stint with the Tuskens, I thought that was really interesting. I liked what that did for him as a character, but also I liked the insight it gave us viewers into this like this tribe of people that like we don't know a lot about. I mean, I'm sure there's extended universe stuff that goes way into it, but
hit up Wikipedia.
Yeah,
come on, man.
But that kind of gives us cool insight into how the Tuskens live and work, and that whole thing, like his stint with them. I really liked all of that. I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it serviced him as a character well, especially with him kind of as an evolving character from this kind of this menacing bounty hunter to, you know, being kind of, I mean, he's still like really ruthless, but he's ruthless in like a different kind of way, I guess.
I mean, when he like, so what's the last episode you saw, Dave?
Episode 4. Has Will only seen one episode?
I've seen one episode.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is. I want to talk about something, but gosh dang it, never mind.
I mean, I have a feeling like I know
Boba Fett has some ruthless stuff in there that to me is still cool, like BA stuff that he can do.
Well, in episode 4, he guns down a bunch of people so ruthlessly.
That's what I was gonna say.
And I basically turned to Bree and I was like, man, like it. You know, he might be like kind of different now. Like he's not a bounty hunter anymore, but he's still like a cold-blooded killer. That's what I told Bree. Yeah. It was like so ruthless.
Like, I forgot that for a second. That was cool.
Yeah,
dude, and like the look funny on his face when he's doing it, he was like,
yeah. It's funny though. You said that exact same like wording there.
Is that what you thought, or?
It's not what I thought. It's what.
Did someone say it later in the season or something?
Just watch the. Gosh damn! Watch the last 2 episodes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I have a feeling like I know what's going to happen in episode 5 because of what happens at the very end of episode 4. So I kind of see where this is going to go.
Yeah, you're right. Django comes back.
Sam Jackson comes back.
His head rolls back on. So do you think Mace Windu's still alive?
Nah.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was no on-screen death, but like,
Dude,
dude,
got
it's way
yeeted
better
out
if
of a
he's
building,
dead.
man. Yeah, dude, he's dead. He's toasted.
I mean,
He was
I feel
literally,
it'd be
like-
interesting.
Toasted.
Yeah, that is true. Like
Electra
the
toasted.
electricity probably killed him. But I don't know. Would it be interesting to have Mace Windu and Boba Fett kind of have a conflict?
I always thought that
I would like to see
Boba Fett
kill him.
should have like gotten revenge
Capped
and
him?
killed him. I thought that that's what was going to happen in episode 3. What happens to him in episode 3 is like still okay, but to me, I thought they were setting that up like, oh snap, like Boba Fett's going to like freak out and like kill him and stuff in episode 3. But
Mace Windu's like not a great guy, right? Like,
No, he's part of like the problem, right? He's one of those like
Yeah.
in the upper echelon
more of the-
of the
he's the
Jedi who kind of like
dogmatic-
they know that they're doing bad stuff and like pretends that they're all good guys.
Isn't that what makes him an interesting character, though?
yeah,
No.
yeah,
He is an
not-
interesting character, but he asked if he was a good guy, didn't he?
Yeah, I asked if he's like a good
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm like, no.
That's why I feel like there's some
No, I feel like
potential to
no,
bring
he is
him
an
back.
interesting character, but
And do they go into
I don't
that
know.
more in the Clone Wars? How he like is putting Anakin? Doesn't he put Anakin down a lot?
yeah, there's a lot more of that relationship there that it's kind of like thrown in episode 3.
Well, it's like because even Mace Windu is like, "Oh, stay! I don't trust you to go kill
Yeah.
Darth Sidious.
Yeah,
I'm going to go do it myself."
You see a lot of that again. A lot of that just naturally play out and develop over the course of the Clone Wars series, which again is why I love that show so much. Is it just makes the prequels that much better?
Yeah.
I had a question real quick to go back to Book of Boba Fett. Was there a purple joke that Boba made? Like he had this option to get these colors, and did he say something like he doesn't like purple? Or is this a
I don't-
dream I
I don't
had?
think I caught that.
I don't
think that's the
remember
dream you had.
that.
Okay.
I get that though.
Maybe.
There are times where I wake up where I'm like, or like I were trying to remember something. I'm like, is that real or is that a dream? I can't remember.
I don't. Yeah, there might have been something.
I feel like I'm not
It got
clever
really
enough to
dark
come
in
up
your
with that.
room.
That had to be.
Why is it so dark in your room?
Oh, I don't have a. I had like a tab open on my computer that was
Oh,
from
Oh, wow.
Wikipedia,
why,
and then I
why
opened
don't you
a
have
new
lights
tab.
on?
He just dwells in the dark.
I just forgot. Well,
Is
it
it
was
darkness
light
still there?
outside when we started recording,
Dave's like-
but now it's not.
Dave's like, the electricity, the electric bill.
The electrical bill.
So anyway, Book of Boba Fett has been, I think, really good. It's made me like the character more.
Okay,
So-
maybe I'm being too hard on it. I don't know.
I understand why, and I've seen a lot of complaints from people of like, Boba Fett is like he's kind of boring. He's not like the bounty hunter that we've known, and blah blah blah. And I understand why people say that, but I think that's the intention of the show is to make him more of a different character. Like we said, he doesn't want to be a bounty hunter anymore. He wants to rule with respect and trust instead of like an iron fist and just killing whoever. But he's still obviously ruthless with
Yeah.
certain things. So yeah, one more episode.
I do like that.
One more? I thought it was 2.
No, there's just 7.
7 episodes
Oh.
Yeah. It's the finale
Yep.
Wednesday.
on Wednesday.
Oh.
O is correct.
It shouldn't be hard to catch up.
No, it shouldn't.
Or mustard.
Dude, no. You're done.
A relish in the fact that
I like that there's like that scene in Parks and Recreation with Patton Oswalt.
oh
Where, like,
Oh,
he
when he's
describes,
talking
like-
at
and
the.
Book of Boba Fett reaches out of the Sarlacc and
It's exactly what happened.
I think it's
isn't
like basically like he basically predicts like
Yeah.
it's like cut to the Sarlacc pit, like the hand of Boba. Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Oh boy.
So what else you guys want to talk about?
I went on a trip, like a short trip with Bree. We went to 2 national parks and then some state parks. We went to
Ooh,
Zion National
Congrats.
Park, which thanks, Will.
Really proud of you, man.
Zion National Park, which is in southwest Utah, and then Bryce Canyon National Park, which is also kind of southwest Utah.
It's also underground near the Earth's core. It's so warm.
But both of those places were extremely gorgeous, and it was cold enough and elevations high enough that a lot of places had snow, which just added so much extra like detail and depth to the canyons and to the mountains and the trees and everything. But it was some of the prettiest locations I've ever seen. And the whole time I was like, man, I want to do like a guy's trip, or at least have someone else come to these parks to see them, because they were absolutely stunning and gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
Sounds a little Brokeback Mountain to me today.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It was like a really nice trip, and the parks were really pretty. We had a blast.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you eat any good food?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we didn't focus as much on food. We were focusing a lot on hiking. So we'd take like snacks with us on our hikes. But
sounds like a terrible
Were you
vacation.
like? Did you eat any like Raising Cane's?
You know.
Maybe? Did you get any Raising Cane's?
no, we went to this like pub and got burgers and fish and chips and onion rings the first
I
night.
love
And
fish and chips.
We stayed at
They're
this.
so underrated. They're so underrated. Fish and chips are so underrated.
I
sorry.
love fish
Are
and
they?
chips.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
feel like they're underrated.
I feel like if you give the common person, the common American, 3 options: a burger, chicken strips, and fish and chips. Fish and chips are in last place, and they should not be.
I don't.
They
think,
should not
I
be.
don't know. I think
You probably feel that way because you live in Spokane, Washington.
and you
That
hang
is
out,
true.
You hang out with like children, like your friend Oliver that gets chicken strips wherever you go. Yeah, I'll get the chicken strip.
Going to McDonald's.
I'm just
like-
saying.
I
like
think
most
Will.
people are gonna
I
put
understand
fish
where
and
Will's
chips
coming
over
from.
chicken strips.
I think he might be onto something.
Really?
Thank you, Dave.
Fish and
Thank
chips
you.
are less of like a default dinner, but I do love.
I mean,
fish
I
and
get
chips.
that they're probably on the hierarchy. They're probably not like top of the list. I don't think they're underrated though.
I think they're a top 3 like pub dinner.
Anyway,
I agree.
we-
I think they're really good.
I got fish and chips, and it was at this pub, and we stayed at this kind of cabin almost that was just
nice.
outside the entrance to the park, and it's in the middle of the canyon. The town there is actually really small, so there's and it's February, so there weren't a lot of people there. Some of the hikes were even closed for the winter because they were like snowed up, and they just can't clear them out easily. But yeah, you guys should either go at some point to some of these parks, or we need to organize something to go, because I'm not kidding. It was some of the prettiest places I've ever seen.
Oh boy.
I mean, I don't.
Why didn't you have any? Why didn't you have any Raising Cane's? I've been thinking about Raising Cane's.
I don't like the
Raising
hiking
Cane's
part
are
of your
here.
story,
Raising
but-
Cane's
I
are
know, but,
here
like,
in Las
here.
Vegas.
But
I mean,
like, how often do you eat there? How often do you eat at Raising?
Raising Cane's are here.
How often do you get Raising?
They be coming through the.
I think the last time we got it was maybe when you guys were here.
No,
I'm just thinking
Are
about
you need to eat there
one of
every
my
day?
one of my coworkers texted me a picture today of him and out of Raising Cane's.
We
And
don't
I
go
was like-
out to eat that often.
Oh, I was so jealous. And then he sent me a picture the next day of him at Waffle House, and I was like, oh, Waffle House.
We've been getting Thai and sushi sometimes with some of Bree's friends.
Oh,
But often-
Thai's really
often
good
we'll just
too,
bring that
and
back
sushi.
here and then eat it here.
Underrated. No, just kidding.
Thai food is really good.
Thai food is really
is
good,
good.
but not underrated.
it's so underrated.
Anyway,
more underrated than fish and
after
chips.
going to the parks,
in the context, fish and chips are underrated. In context,
Of a pub,
I can't
Yes.
believe Will's still on the fish.
I could get Thai food at a pub.
I'll have the drunken noodle, please. But going to these parks, I was like looking up lists of. I was like, okay, what are other parks I need to go to now? Because they weren't that far. Like Zion, Bree and I could drive there. It takes 2.5 hours, so we could take a day trip there
could do a day
if we
trip,
really
yeah.
wanted to. But we're really close to Great Basin National Park, which is in Nevada. So the next time she has like a day off or something, we'll probably drive up there and go see that national park. They have like caves and mountains and stuff too. So
She has a day off like in 2 months.
but anyway, that was my last couple days.
Oh,
was
boy.
that trip.
Cool.
Yippee.
I rewatched probably the best Western movie.
Best Western.
Tombstone.
We stayed at a Best Western.
No,
Tombstone sucks.
No, you suck, Landon.
Good, the bad, and the ugly.
no.
310 to Yuma?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know you.
That
I know
movie's so
you.
good.
Have you seen The Good, Bad, and the
Everybody's
Ugly?
good in that movie.
I
Yeah.
have not.
What are you talking about here?
Well, yeah, because you said best
Favorite
Western you've
yeah.
ever seen. So I also thought Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Western.
So when Will said that,
Does it count? My favorite. Does Hell or High Water count as a Western, even though it's like modern?
I would say yes.
That's probably my favorite Western.
Also with Ben Foster.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good in 310 to Yuma and Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
He's good in most things he's in, I would say.
Yeah.
He's amazing in X-Men 3.
What? He's Angel, right? Isn't he?
Yeah.
Angel? Oh my god.
Best role.
Father, I don't want to do this.
It's crazy that he was not the biggest problem with that movie. He might not even be in the top 5. That movie,
It's okay, son, we'll cure you.
movie is so bad.
Is that the worst X-Men movie?
Oh yeah.
I
Don't
think
forget-
so.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of bad X-Men movies.
Dark Phoenix is probably the worst.
Dark
X-Men
I did
Phoenix.
movie.
not
never watched
see.
them.
I did
Terrible.
not see Dark Phoenix.
I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen it for a reason.
I've only seen 1, 2, 3. I've only seen the first 3, and then Logan. I think are the only. X-Men.
You haven't seen
You didn't
Days
see
of Future
Apocalypse?
Past or First Class?
No, I didn't know. I
Okay.
didn't see any of
Dave
them.
does
What?
not like Days of Future Past.
What?
I don't
Dave
really like
does
Days of
not.
Future Past. I didn't really. Oh, Apocalypse was like.
How did you
Ugh.
not like Days of Future Past? Like, what was the
He didn't
problem
like
with it?
I don't remember.
That's like
I
that's
He
like a
doesn't like
top 3
fun.
X-Men movie.
He doesn't like fun.
First Class.
Logan's
okay.
the best X-Men movie.
Logan.
like
is-
2
Logan
and
is
I
the
like
best.
Logan.
But
I think those are my
besides
favorites.
Logan, 2, Days of Future Past, First Class.
Yeah, I would say First Class is like the most like X-Men.
Yes, it is the
Movie.
most X-Men movie, I would say. But like those 3 I think are the best. Besides Logan. I mean, obviously Logan's the number 1 spot.
The
but,
first
like,
one's pretty good.
right. I'd put first one like right under those 3. Like in a tier right below those 3.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you count any of the Deadpool movies?
X-Force, baby.
I never saw Deadpool 1. I only seen Deadpool 2.
I'll cut
love
that.
like
I don't know.
Did I say something?
No.
I'm
there's
not
nothing better
huge.
than the X. Like those Deadpool movies are hit or miss, but like that scene when they jump out of the helicopter, like the plane.
That's a funny
Oh,
scene.
that scene's so good. Like
X-Force.
yeah.
Yeah, what are there? I mean, X-Men Wolverine, right? X-Men Origins.
I never watched.
No, the Wolverine.
I
always
never
forget
saw.
there's
I never
2 of
saw
them.
the Wolverine. Was that one
Really?
bad? Good.
It falls off the rails at a certain point.
Like the first 2 acts are good, and then the third act
Is bad.
falls apart. But that's also James Mangold, who did Logan and 310 to Yuma.
Weird.
Yeah. To me, I feel like that third act felt like the studio.
Like
interfering.
you have to have something
why do
more
studios-
fast-paced.
Why do studios do that? Like, why are they so stupid? Like,
They're
the
like,
money.
we're
Why-
spending
Because
money
they're
on this so
thinking-
we get to make every single decision.
They're thinking, okay, this like what makes the most money? That's what they're literally thinking. And
We need a big
action-oriented,
CGI monster
a big
at the
CGI
end.
monster at the end is going to make more money and more thrill. That's what they're thinking.
Then some nuanced,
story?
story ending.
Yeah, like they're like, we have to have this 20-minute fight scene or something like it at the end of every. I don't know. I haven't seen the Wolverine, but like I feel like they always have to have. Yeah.
Or we need a blue light in the sky.
Yeah. Why can't we have like a superhero movie? Like, I want a superhero movie at the end, like when the main character like goes to fight the bad guy and they just like kill him in like 3 seconds. Like, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Like,
Doctor
Kills
Strange.
the bad guy or kills
I
the
haven't seen Doctor Strange.
wait, kills the bad guy or kills the main character?
Like, kills the bad guy. Like there's no big fight.
Oh.
Like it takes like 5 seconds.
Oh, have you seen Captain Marvel?
I have.
I'm serious.
Does he?
Is that what happens in Captain Marvel?
She just defeats him in a couple seconds,
I guess the
and
rest
it's
of that,
really boring.
And that movie's terrible.
I guess that movie was so forgettable that I forgot that they did that.
Yeah, because Jude Law's like, "Come and prove yourself, Captain Marvel."
Is he Skeletor?
And Captain Marvel's like, "I don't have to prove anything." Like literally, that was it.
That movie's terrible.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Like-
seen Eternals yet?
Yeah.
No, I'm
I
so
can't.
Oh,
excited.
did you see it?
Yes. You
What'd
weren't
you
on the
think- what'd you
episode, right?
think?
So I watched it with Bree and her friend Sarah, and I talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago. And I described the movie as laughably embarrassing.
Mm.
Did you like
Yeah.
the movie?
No.
I thought the movie was awful.
I really wanted to like it, but I did not.
It was like way too long. The story was just and like a lot of character decisions I feel like made no sense. They just like break so many things within the story itself that they already established, and it's.
I would watch it just to see a laughably bad movie, but like the time commitment.
It's 2.5 hours.
It's over 2.5, isn't it?
It's like 2 hours and 45
minutes.
Yeah, I just don't think I have that in me. Like I just can't.
I just don't know if it's worth it to sacrifice my time for that.
I think if you're with friends and there's enough of you, it's fun for all of the wrong reasons movies should be fun. Watch it with Ben.
Oh, I would. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd like to watch it with Ben.
The movie is awful, but it was fun. It was a fun viewing experience with the people I saw it with because we just tore into the movie. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't know. I think I'm feeling pretty good.
What's the current medal count at the Olympics?
I'm pretty hungry.
You're pretty hungry?
I'm pretty hungry.
So hungry, Will.
Well, you guys go eat, and then we can play PSN later.
Dirt 5.
Listeners, if you know,
and a playlist.
If you know that we're getting on, then get on and play with us.
Yeah. If you're part of our Patreon at the $10 or higher a month, you're part of our Discord server, so you'll see when we go live,
Yeah. Gotta love
David's playing Civ 6 again.
Yeah.
Although I did link my PSN and my Discord, so
yeah. Oh yeah. That's a thing now. So they're rolling out that.
Is it easy to do?
Yes.
Yeah. It's literally an option.
It's like a
sign
click.
in with PSN. click it, and then it's like.
That sounds a little too much for Landon, actually.
Wait, what'd you do?
I clicked an options button in Discord. Click sync PlayStation. Click OK. I didn't even have to enter my information because I think my email's the same.
Oh, it's out on Discord's out on PlayStation now?
No. So what happens is yes and no. So there's no chat between Discord and PlayStation, but there is your PlayStation status. So the game you're playing on PlayStation will show up as your status in Discord. So if I'm playing Persona 5 Strikers, it'll show up in Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Persona 5 Strikers. Persona.
But you can't chat in Discord on PlayStation
No.
yet? But they're wanting to do that, right?
Yes.
When is that supposed to be happening?
No idea.
No idea.
Great. I thought it was supposed to be this year.
Then maybe.
I mean, the year did just start, so we'll see.
It did. Yeah.
The integration is nice, but I mean, I do want actual integration, so I can be playing on the computer and easily talking with my friends who are playing on the PlayStation or vice versa.
Yes.
Because Discord Sony owns Discord, right?
No, Sony has a certain % share in Discord.
Oh. I was going to make a Bungie Discord game, but never mind.
Bungie's developing a new Discord.
Discord 2. It's the same as the first one.
Except you have to pay $60 again, and then it goes free to play a year later.
When the rest of the game's out.
Yeah. Great game.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's all we have for now, though. So
yeah, so screw Destiny.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Boring game.
Peace.
Blip blip. Go ahead and blip blip the audience, Will.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is the episode going to be titled "Oh Yeah"?
Oh yeah.
No. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Bye.
We'll be back later. Bye.
Goodbye.
And scene.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.